x and y intercepts of the circle. And the beauty of that, we've done this so many times, is when you find x and y intercepts, you can always find it just the same way. So what we're going to do is, how do you find an x-intercept? You make y equal to 0 and solve for x. So let's do that. Isn't that what we just did on the last problem, actually? So we have x plus 3 squared plus 0 minus 2 squared equals 16. And then, yeah, we're going to do exactly what we did on the last example. So this ends up being 4. We'll subtract it to the other side. So we have x plus 3 squared equals 12. We'll square root both sides and then subtract the 3. So x is negative 3 plus or minus the square root of 12. Should we put that in the calculator? You see, we already did that version. One of them was about 0.46. The other one is going to be about negative 6.46. Okay, so those are the two x-intercepts. If we want to put those on the graph, we could. So there's our graph. We'll do, what was that? That was y equals 0 and x equals 0.46. And y equals 0, x equals negative 0.46. Those should be the two x-intercepts of the circle. So not necessarily like the furthest points from the center. Like it might look like this, our circle, where the center is somewhere down here. But those are the x-intercepts. Now we can go and find the y-intercepts. How do you find the y-intercepts? Well, just like always, you make the x-coordinate equal to 0. So what happens when we do that? When we go 0 plus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 16. So then what? Well, 3 squared is 9. So when we subtract that, that'll be 7. So we have y minus 2 squared equals 7. And then just like before, we're going to square root and then move the 2. So we'll get 2 plus or minus the square root of 7. And then we'll go to the calculator and we'll say, what is that? 2 minus the square root of 7 is that. And 2 plus the square root of 7 is that. Wow, 0.46 and 0.64? Interesting. So negative 0.6, I guess round it to 5, and positive 4.65. Those are the y-intercepts. So let's put that on the graph. Is that right? Here and here. Those are our intercepts. So what does that even mean our circle looks like? It's looking something like that, our circle. I suppose that makes sense, because what is the center here? Well, we can see from the equation, the center should be negative 3, comma 2. So yeah, that's right about there. And then we should have a radius of 4. And I'd say those probably look like about a radius of 4. So I'm happy with that. Is that the same way we did our circle up here? It is, because you see it's the same equation. So we kind of just graphed it in two different ways, didn't we? Up here we graphed it definitely the better way by using the center and the radius. But down here we graphed it using our 4 intercepts. And so we can't get as specific picture of the circle as we can by using the center and the radius. But we can still get a pretty good view of the circle doing that.